people get ready, there's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. Yeah, you don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People get ready, there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board them. There's hope for all mankind, is love the most, alright. Who would hurt all mankind just to save his own? Have pity on those whose chances are thinner. There's no hiding place from the kingdom's throne. Get ready, there's a train a-comin'. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. Yeah, don't need, all you need is faith and to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. I said the people get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no ticket, you just get yourself on board. And have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. I mean it, hey. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Ooh. I said the people get ready, there's a train a-comin'.
for the salvation of all of those who live in that totalitarian darkness. Pray they will discover the joy of knowing God. But until they do, let us be aware that while they preach the supremacy of the state, declare its omnipotence over individual man, and predict its eventual domination of all peoples on the earth, they are the focus of evil in the modern world.
Born like this, into this, as the chalk faces smile, as Mrs. Death laughs, as the elevators break, as political landscapes dissolve, as a supermarket bag boy holds a college degree, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey, as the sun is masked. We are born like this, into these carefully mad wars, into the sight of broken factory windows of emptiness, into bars where people no longer speak to each other, into fistfights that end up as shootings and knifings. Born into this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes. Born into
Hey everybody! Oh my gosh. Welcome to another episode of Fearlessly Authentic.
Hello, people. Hello. Can you hear me? That sounded a little wonky because we lost the mixer.
Yeah, the mixer that we had is no longer working. Yeah.
Didn't even leave a note.
No, it didn't.
Okay, the knob on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tiny bit.
I don't know what up means.
Okay, can you hear me now? If she messes with it. It's a fine line between too loud and just right. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So this cord is wacky. So
Well, it looks like you're not like showing up on this.
it's better now.
Now I see it.
Okay, when I'm talking, you should be able to see the light lighting up.
Yeah, but it's not solid.
No, it doesn't have to be solid. It just when it's lit up, it just kisses the red. It should be green, bluish green or whatever.
Yeah, it's showing up green.
Perfect.
Okay. So, I don't even know like how to begin this. This has been crazy. Everything that's happened recently.
Yeah.
It's just been so yesterday morning, we got a phone call. Steve got the first call. I didn't hear my phone doesn't ring. Like if it's a number that I don't know, my phone, I have it set where it doesn't, because I was getting so many spam calls. I don't get the calls don't go through. So I set that on my phone because I was getting spam calls so much every day, like 15 of them like a day. So I might have to change that. But I don't want to answer any spam calls because then they just flood you if they realize that your line is open. So it's kind of a double-edged sword once they get you on their call list. But anyway, so Steve, you got the first call.
Yep. Woke up to a call and it was Skyla saying, I need you to come down here. I dumped the scooter And then the person that was standing with her, who was the witness, who like picked her up off the ground because she got knocked unconscious when she hit the ground, and she came to, and this nice lady was like, "Oh my God, I thought you were dead," and because she was bleeding everywhere. And so then Skyla's like hands the phone to her, and she explains where they are. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Steve rushes out the door. Like I'm not like dressed. I'm not anything. And he just like left. And then a few minutes later, and and I didn't know any of that. Steve just like tells me that like she spilled, she took a digger with her scooter. So I'm thinking like, oh, she just, you know what I mean? She's just shooken up, and whatever. But Steve just like left out the door, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Okay. And then I get a phone call from the lady called. Well, it was a lady and Skyla. And they called me. And this happened really close to our house. It's maybe like a half a mile away from us. Yep. So they call me, and I'm like starting to understand. At that point, this lady is like, no, this isn't. She didn't just like fall over on her scooter. Like, you need to be here. The ambulance is coming. I'm like, what ambulance? Like, what? I'm confused, and I'm like trying to get dressed while I'm on the phone with this lady, and I'm talking to Skyla, and I just knew that like Steve had already left, and I knew about where it was, and the lady was just like, all right, well, I'll come and get you. And I don't even remember telling her like our address or anything. I think that Skyla must have told her the address. Like everything is just it feels like such a daze. Like just like you get that phone call that your child is hurt and injured, and not to be too gory, but the lady's like, no, like there's blood everywhere. You need to get down here. I she's like, I'll come and get you, and they were like, the ambulance is here, and so I'm thinking like, oh my God. I'm like, well, where is Steve? I'm like, I gotta get a hold of Steve. And so I didn't even like really get myself like dressed. I just literally threw on a pair of pants that were like by me and a sweatshirt, and grabbed Leo. I put my clogs on without like socks or anything on. I just like was like, okay, well, I'm walking. I'm getting out. I'm leaving my house and I'm walking, and I'll get there or something, like I just knew that I couldn't stay at the house. So as I'm like turning around, like going off of our street onto another street, this lady like pulls up in an SUV, and I'm just like, oh my God, whoa, what the hell is this lady doing? Like, she's driving like a maniac through our neighborhood, and she just like stops, and she's like, get in. Like no explanation as to who she was. I just knew that was the lady that had called me with Skyla. And so I jump in her SUV with her, and she's got her son in the front seat, and it's me and Leo. And she drove so fast that I was like, okay, I'm having major anxiety over the woman's driving, because she's going through our neighborhood like a maniac. And I'm like, no, you need to slow down. There's like, I don't want you to hit somebody or what I mean? Like, I want to get to her as fast as possible, but I want to make it there, and I don't want you to cause an accident. And I don't know who this lady is. Like, I didn't even know her name at this point. I had no idea who this woman was. But she brought me right to Skyla, and she like, had her hazards on the whole time, and was like, very aggressively like driving, like, people get out of our way now. Like it was absolutely it felt like, oh. And I was in a car accident and that's what caused my, you know, my spinal injury. Why that's the reason I have screws and rods in my lower back and I became disabled because of that. So like, you know, you can just imagine the PTSD, the triggering that not only is this driving causing, but also my baby girl is injured. And so we make it to the scene. I don't even like, I just know that there were ambulance there and she pulled up like basically right behind them and like stopped traffic so that I could get out. And I just ran over to like the ambulance, like where Skyla was. And, I didn't even know because the doors were all closed and everything. I didn't know what, I think there was 2 of them there, I believe. And I saw the van up farther ahead, and I saw Steve, but I was just so focused on like, where is Skyla? You know, and they were like, "Oh, your mom. All right, we'll let you see her." And they open the ambulance, and she's in, you know, she's got the neck collar on, and you know, I'm just like, I see her, but I'm seeing her left side, so I'm not seeing the side of her face that got the most damage. But I'm just like completely, you know, tunnel vision. I just need to see my daughter. I just need to see her. Like, and they explained to me that, you know, she's going to be brought right to the hospital. Thankfully, the hospital is really close to us. Yeah, the hospital was less than a half of a mile away. Like we live really close to the hospital. Like we hear the Lifestar helicopter go over our apartment all the time. So they're like, Steve's gonna drive the scooter back to the apartment so that we don't have to tow it. You know, like the police are there, and I'm just kind of like in this chaos. Not like it's just like, I just want to know what I had to do so I could get to Skyla. And so they said, go home and then you can go to the hospital because it's going to take them a little bit. They're going to need to do a CAT scan and stuff like that on her. Go home first. And I just had to keep like repeating to myself, home and then hospital. Like I was in the trauma cycle as it's happening. And so I had to go and there's a road that's closed. So like you have to go around and everything else, but I had to like go and turn around and drive back home. And I was almost like, I was right behind, you know, a few minutes, not even a minute behind Steve. And so the person that caused Skyla's, you know, the incident to happen never stopped. As far as we know right now, she was driving and she was over to the side so that she was letting some, you know, cars pass her if she wanted to. It was clear, so she went, you know, she was back in the road. You know, because that's what she was told to do. You know, like if someone's behind you, if someone's like, you know, acting aggressively or tailgating you, or traffic seems slow, even though she's going the speed limit of the road.
She's going a little faster than it, actually.
Well,
like five.
We don't know that for sure. Like I don't want to say
her account anyway.
Well, okay. So. Cat. Can you help with that, please?
What is happening?
Sorry. So Cat's like up on top of stuff, like getting in trouble. So her scooter goes fast enough to be able to keep up on that road. Like there's no reason for anybody to be acting aggressively towards her. But this truck went around her and then slammed on its brakes like right in front of her. And that caused her, she stopped fast enough. And I guess the truck driver was aggressive. And that's all we know about the truck driver as of right now. So I followed Steve back to the, I ended up meeting up. I was like right behind Steve at the house. And then we got the scooter here locked up, and then we went directly over to the hospital. And of course it was, I had to wait, but at least I was at the hospital. I didn't care. I just had to be like, as close to, where I could see her as I could be. And so she had a CAT scan done at the hospital. We found out today, after she went to the doctor, that they had drugged her up on, like Ativan and stuff like that. So, because she was really confused when I got into the when they eventually let me in the hospital room with her. Well, it wasn't a room; it was an emergency department in the trauma center. And once they let me in the room with her, like she was, I could see that she was pretty badly banged up, especially on her face. She definitely had she has, abrasions on her hands and other, other parts, and she's sore, but her face took the most of the brunt of it. The right side is where she mostly fell onto. So her right eye is almost completely swollen shut right now. She broke blood vessels in her eye. So it looks like she has a pretty bad swollen and black eye. She had to have like down over there on her chin, she had to have some stitches put in. The CAT scan came back clear, thankfully, that she didn't have any fractures, and she could move her legs, because it's always, a spinal injury is, like it's super dangerous. So
head trauma.
Yeah. I know, but I'm saying like a spinal injury, though, that can cause you to be paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, it was kind of like chaotic in the hospital. Had to be, a pest to get, just for her to be able to use the bathroom and basic things. It was really frustrating. Extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating to walk out and just keep seeing people talking. And I know that maybe it's not, their room, they're not assigned to that room or whatever, but it's just really frustrating as a parent to just be needing, like, like she needs the basic needs met. Basic needs. And having to be your own advocate in an emergency department isn't always easy. Thankfully, they weren't overly busy.
Busy enough that I couldn't find a parking spot.
But yeah. Well, there was definitely patients in the halls and stuff like that, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Can you help him, please? So, the bruising is coming in worse today. The swelling is I feel like the swelling got worse like last night, and then it's down a little bit from yesterday, but now the color is coming in, and now she has a black eye. She has a lot of abrasions on her face.
Yeah, she looked like she went a few rounds with Tyson or something. Like, that's what it looked like on one side of her face.
She fractured one of her front teeth. So she was able to go to the dentist today, thankfully. Like, they were able to just like get her right in. I was surprised that they were able to, and so they did a repair job on the tooth, and they said that she's gonna have to be super careful with that tooth because it could fracture, break, and I don't know what will happen if that. I don't know what they'll be able to do as in terms of like repairing it from there. I don't know. It was really weird at the hospital though. Like, I asked for like an ice pack. You would think that they would give her an ice pack, but they didn't. No, like they were like just like, yeah, no, we don't have any ice packs. Like, what? You can't give me ice? Like, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I was like, what? It just, I don't know.
They got their rules.
Yeah.
And I believe 100%, like Lady Alex just said, they're 100% understaffed all the time. And so that breeds contempt and stuff, you know what I mean? It's a healthy work environment.
No, it's not a healthy work environment at all. No. There seemed to be a lot of staff there. There was a lot of people. I know it's all different, different people do different things in there, but this was all behind the nurse's desk, nurse and doctor's desk back there. There was a lot of people back there. But anyway, it's not really about the hospital or their staff. It's just, so yeah, they Leo was, oh my God, Leo was so good at the hospital. Like, it's crazy that I'm not given a hard time at a hospital having my service dog. But afterwards at Walgreens, when I went to pick up bandages for Sky, because she has to keep her wounds, her stitches and everything dry. Like, she can't take a shower or anything like that without having covered with a waterproof Band-Aid. They gave me a hard time about Leo at Walgreens. That I like the store that we always go to. We know people that work there. It's just crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me how backwards people are.
Yeah, that's just wacky. Like, it blows my
Never
mind.
been given a hard time at the hospital ever. Leo's been at the hospital a bunch of times, to different hospitals too. And I'm never given a hard time in any kind of official capacity ever. At a hospital, I'm never given a hard time. At a courthouse, I'm never given a hard time. It's like a store. At one time, it was a farm stand that gave me a hard time about him, or outside festival or outside venue. That's the places that give me a hard time about having my service animal with me. But let me tell you, he was working overtime at the hospital. He was just laying there nice and quiet, but like he couldn't go and see Skyla. She was very dazed and very confused, and she still kind of is. The lady that found her told her that she thought she was dead. It's bad. I'm not exaggerating. So we have a give, set, and go on the screen that we made for Sky. She's missing work. We have to replace her eyeglasses, and she needs just basic stuff like bandages and things like that, and it really adds up. Um, I still feel like I'm kind of just like in shock from this whole thing. I didn't sleep very well. Skyla's been sleeping on and off, doing really, putting arnica on. We have that stuff. I got her a thing of the lotion, the arnica cream or whatever, to put it on and around her face in various spots that aren't open. But
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out because there may have been.
We try to figure out what
who it was, who's responsible.
Well, you're answering a question without saying what the context is. Yeah, we don't know. We don't have any more details about tracking down the actual person right now.
Yeah, and the fucker took off. Yeah, never stopped.
Yeah. We're gonna be so today Skyla went to the dentist and had her tooth repaired, and she reached out to the lady who witnessed the accident and that came and picked me up, and we have her contact information. We want to speak with her, and we're gonna be and stuff. We're gonna try to get a hold of somebody of an official capacity tomorrow and see what we can find out about what happened and make sure that there is a report on it. So they will go track down the traffic cams or whatever in the area, and there's got to be a video somewhere besides having the witness and all of that. But yeah, Skyla also went to the doctor today and got checked out by her doctor. Thankfully she does have insurance, but she's going to be missing the next probably like couple weeks of work. So if you guys do have anything that you can help with, it's greatly appreciated. We have I pinned the Give Send Go link at the top of the chat, and also her direct Cash App. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that she's in one piece, that she's walking. Like this was not something minor at all.
No, she looks, she got the road beat her up. She went a couple rounds with the road, and the road won because the road always wins, but she came out of it way better than a lot of people that I have known over the years that have dumped bikes and had assholes fucking run them off the road and so on. I've had many friends, including myself. I've been fucking same fucking thing on a little scooter because people have no respect. They have no regard.
Yeah, they don't pay attention.
Life, there's no value there. Like they're just like, yeah, whatever. He was in the road. Like motherfucker. It's also a vehicle.
Yeah, it is. It's also
others, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not a hard thing.
And especially when she's going the actual speed limit of the road. And who doesn't stop? What kind of person doesn't stop?
Yeah, that's the thing that blows my mind. Like if you see somebody's riding a little scooter, and it's some girl riding a little scooter, and you fucking pass them, you're not going to be conscious of them. You're not going to look back in your mirror and say, oh shit, that person just dumped it. Like, how do you miss that? I can't see how a person could do that. Like, unless they're fucking preoccupied, like texting or something, just not paying attention to the fucking road at all. But a conscientious person driving a vehicle that just passed a person on a bike would absolutely 100%, in my opinion, should be paying attention to their fucking mirrors and as well as what's in front of them. But having their surveillance, you scan, you have to. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just dirty. I've had people fucking, we crashed before. I had somebody run a red light and just smack right into us, and then just back up and pull away and just drove away from us. Like, you just trashed my car. I gotta fucking get the crowbar and bend the fender out just enough so the fucking wheel will spin again. Like, that's how mashed it was, and it spun us around, dude, fucking spun us around. Like, why would you just keep going? Like,
and this was at
asshole.
and this incident happened at like 9 o'clock. It was like 9:10 or something like that in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
It was 9 something. It was 10 after 9.
10 after 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember a 10 and a 9. So I just had it in the wrong order.
Yeah, well, I just said it. I know that because of the phone call. That's the only reason I know exactly what time it was.
Well, I want Vegan to make us dinner too. Is it ready yet? What are we having? I don't care. I'm always hungry.
Steve will eat whenever.
I will eat whatever, whenever. Vegan dinner sounds fine with me.
So on top of it, Skyla's already dealing with some sensitive stomach issues.
Yeah.
And so this isn't helpful at all. On top of it, she already is dealing with stuff. So we appreciate you guys, just keeping her in your thoughts and, positive energy and all of that good stuff towards her, because she needs it right now.
I thought Applejack was the batting foot. I didn't realize it was vegan all the time. Damn. Thankfully, Elon knows what's best. Right, Leo? Leo, if you had an N in your name, your name could be Elon too. Weird.
He's like,
he just gave me the dirtiest.
Do not say that.
Elon, fuck, I'll bite you. I will bite you.
Leo is so good at the hospital. Like, he just laid in his little spot. No, but he was really well behaved and did exactly what he needed to do. And
oh, what a good boy, Leo.
he was a really good boy. I'm telling you, this dog gets me through it. Yeah, he went and took a nap with her yesterday. And Sky's cat's been right there with her this whole time. She was like, my Doc Martens got all scuffed up. She's all upset because she just got herself a brand new windbreaker for, it's a waterproof jacket, and it got all scuffed up and banged up and everything, and I just feel bad. Like I wish I had the means to just help her, you know, replace it. And of course, they cut off her favorite bra, and you know, they cut one of her tank tops off, a tank top off that she was wearing. So it's been a lot. It's
a lot.
It's a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, vegan. Yeah. That's what I told Skyla. I'm like, I don't care about, you know, like, we'll get you another jacket if we need to.
Fucker.
Oh, Ghost Art, that's crazy. He said, I got in a fender bender, only damaged my car, gave the guy all my info, insurance. After I left, he called the police anyway and tried to get me for a hit and run. That's so wrong. So it's like now you have to like get video proof, or, you know what I mean, like proof of everything. And I'm hoping that we can get proof of who left the scene. So I didn't plan or put together any show after that happened. I didn't even know if I was going to have it in me to do this tonight and give you guys an update, but I really wanted you guys to know, you know, what was happening and everything, and
yeah, and so thank you, anybody and everybody. Please share the thing out.
Yeah, please share the link out to wherever you can. That's free, and it really does help. I think I think there's like $55 in donations on there, and of course they take some of it if it goes through Give Send Go, but that's the easiest way for, you know, people most of the time to donate. Otherwise, her Cash App, if you want to donate directly to her, is I put it in the YouTube chat, and I believe it's also in the show description. Is it? If not, we'll put it in there. Oh, there's 65 now that she's gotten donated. Good. Well, we appreciate every bit of it. I know that times are tough for everybody right now. I mean, hell, we already have a Give Send Go for us just to try to help with, you know, our loss of income and our expenses, and, you know, as we grow our store and everything. Yeah, that's her. And she still has to pay off this scooter too. So anything that she doesn't use for this stuff will go towards paying for this scooter, which is still drivable, thankfully. I don't know when she'll be comfortable driving it again, or when I'll be comfortable with her driving it again. Those are probably going to be at two different times, and I'm pretty sure that I will not be comfortable with her driving it for a really long time.
It drives good. It's a good little bike.
Yeah, but that's not the point, Steve.
I know. You got to get back on the horse.
No, you don't necessarily have to get back on the horse like that. I'm not going to pressure her.
Disagree. That's okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be a short show tonight. I don't have much else of anything planned for the show.
I'll sing a song.
Okay. Well, then why don't we just trade places then? Stand by.
Hey, people, can you hear me now? Yeah. Yeah. All right, this seems entirely intrusive. Mike, just back off, mister. Everybody all right?
Take to the highway, won't you lend me your name? Your way and my way seem to be one and the same. Mama don't understand it, wants to know where I've been. Have to be some kind of natural born fool, I wanna pass that way again, but I could feel it on a country road. Sail on to Jesus, won't you, good girls and boys? I'm all in pieces, and you can have your own choice. 'Cause I can hear a heavenly band full of angels, and they're coming to set me free. I don't know much about the wild wind, but I can tell you that it's bound to be, 'cause I could feel it on a country road. I think my feet know where they want me to go. Walking on a country road. On a country
country road. Walk on by, walk on by, walk on by, walking down the country road. Take to the highway, won't you lend me your name? Your way and my way seem to be one and the same. But mama don't understand it. She wants to know where I've been. I have to be some kind of natural born fool. I wanna pass that way again, but I could feel it on the country road. Da 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 on the country road. Da 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 da, walking down the country road. Think my feet know where they want me to go. Okay. Angela Sangster, greetings. Do 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 do. Child of living, it's easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know that I can let you slide through my hand. And wild horses couldn't drag me away. And wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer a dull ache and pain, and now you decided to show me sane. No sweeping exits, all off stage lines could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. 'Cause wild horses couldn't drag me away, and wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know that I've dreamed you sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. And faith has been broken, and tears must be cried. And let's do some living after we die. 'Cause wild horses couldn't drag me away, and wild horses will ride them someday, and wild horses we'll ride them someday. Pringle sauce and chocolate. Absolutely, that's a good pal.
And he brought her flowers to him. It was very, very nice of him. And her other friend today came by and brought her some ginger ale and this squishy stuffed animal thing. And we're not really sure what it actually is, but it's cute.
Said it cost a lot to win, even more to lose. You and me gotta spend some time just wondering what to choose. It goes to show you don't ever know, and watch each card you play and play 'em slow. Wait till that deal come round. Don't let that deal go down, no. I've been gambling here about 55 good solid years. Oh my God, if I told you about all that went down, it'd probably burn off of both your little ears. It goes to show that you don't ever know, and each card you play, children, play it slow and wait till that deal come around. Don't let that deal go down, no. Said you poured the wine for me and tightened up my shoes. Hate to leave you sitting there composing all the lonesome blues. Well, it goes to show you don't ever know, and watch each card you play and play 'em slow, yes, and wait till that deal come round. Don't let that deal go down. I said, wait till that deal come round, mama. Don't let that deal go down. I said, wait till that deal come round, mama. Don't let that deal go down, mama. Wait till that deal come around. Don't you let the deal go down. Don't you let the deal, don't you let it go down. Don't you let the deal, don't let that deal go down. Till that deal come around. Don't let that deal go down. Wait till that deal come around. Don't let that deal go down. All right. Seems like a good place to stop, Zenny. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carpal tunnel hands today. Apply arnica generously to the affected area.
Yeah, we use arnica regularly in this house. It's amazing.
Pain relief.
Yeah, well, for bruises and stuff like that. That's why I'm having Skyla take it. And she's got the internal arnica too. They have them in tablets where you put them on your tongue and let them dissolve. And so I gave her those. I have to remind her to take those.
I got the carpal tunnels from here, like across my wrist, my thumb area. from playing the guitar too hard, squeezing too hard for too long. Don't squeeze it so hard. But, you know, nobody tells you these things when you're young, and then you do them forever, and then you try to stop yourself from doing it. It's just like, what a battle. But it's getting better. The carpal tunnel is not getting better, but me squeezing it too much is better.
Yes, no, we're lucky too. We have most of what we need right here in our town, and it's not like too far away.
Yeah.
Everything's within like a couple miles, basically. What we need, the basic stuff.
Everything is fairly freaking close. That's good. Unless you need something else out of the ordinary. But most everything, even hardwares and all the different weird little things, we're all still like within like 2 miles of us in any direction.
Yeah, we'll try to have it.
Centrally located.
Yeah.
Don't buy a used Geo Metro. No.
I don't even know if we could find one. Like, if we wanted one, I don't even know if we could find one, especially around here.
Oh, there are so many of them things. I see them on the road all the time.
You see Geo Metros still?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a Geo Tracker.
People, yeah, those two.
I was thinking of a tracker.
That's what I was gonna say. People fix up the Geo Trackers, and then they do weird stuff with Metros. I've seen people like just put Metro bodies on things that are like incredibly fast and stuff, and they just like a stupid sleeper car. Like you pull up to a red light against some Lexus or something, and you know, and it's retrofitted with an electric motor, and it just goes, takes off. Yeah, my mom had one. They called it greenery. It was the green Metro 4-door. And oh my God, did me and Sherry in the back seat of that fucking thing driving around Florida. Like they would leave Ocala and go to Daytona, and then, hey, let's go to wherever, some other fucking beach way up near Jacksonville and shit, like this huge, like big swaths of like hundreds of miles. I remember just like falling asleep for long chunks of time in the really uncomfortable little car.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for everybody who's donating and sharing to help Skyla. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much.
I'm sure that we'll be back soon. And I'll do another show soon when I'm feeling up to it. I'm just really completely drained and just not really here with it, but thank you guys for being here tonight,
and we will see you on the next times.
All right.
Good night, people. Hey, Drew, I didn't see you there. Good night, people.